Hello, everyone, and welcome to 2K Sports. Damon Bruce here. A Thursday night broadcast of the NBA. It'll be Kevin Durant and the Oklahoma City Thunder facing off against Tony Parker and the San Antonio Spurs. And now, out to San Antonio for Kevin Harlan, who's got the opening tip.
A beautiful view here of the Riverwalk, one of San Antonio's top attractions, as we see people cruising by and enjoying a terrific day. Welcome to this Thursday night edition of the NBA alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan on 2K Sports. Western Conference battles, always fun. This time it's the San Antonio Spurs intent on protecting home court and going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
And you go back to the matchups last year, they won the season series, but then when they met in the playoffs, they were taken down, so this ought to be interesting tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Thunder brought to us tonight by State Farm. Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, and Kendrick Perkins, their front court trio. The backcourt comprised of Russell Westbrook and Thabo Sefolosha. And for the Spurs, Parker and Manu Ginobili, their backcourt. Boris Diaw is out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Westbrook. Back to Ibaka. Missed inside. Clark, they just got a little lackadaisical, I thought, when it came time to meet up again in the playoffs.
Well, you know what, Kevin? Sometimes that happens when you have a team's number early. You get a little overconfident, a little comfortable. You have it all year long and can match up well with them in the playoffs. But you call it hang time and bang time.
Unbelievable.
You got to just shake your head on that one.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. It's the first time they'll be seeing a very talented Thunder side this year, and he wants his team to keep the action out of the paint. He said, quote, they can score in a hurry, but so can we. If we can keep Durant and Westbrook shooting jumpers, it's anyone's game. Not an easy task, but we'll see if they pull it off, guys.
Thanks, Doris. Westbrook kicks to Perkins. Sefolosha dishes to Westbrook. Over Parker. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Sefolosha.
Another nice move from a player we've basically come to expect nothing less from.
Well, you can see it happening. You knew the Thunder were poised for a deep playoff run last year after coming up short to the Mavericks in 2011. They made quick work of them in the first round last year.
Here's Westbrook. Count that one. Westbrook's got his second bucket of the night.
Got 3 out of 4 from the floor, so a good start for this club.
Looking back on that series, Clark, it was a bit of a statement from the Thunder to go out and sweep the defending champions. They had a couple close games in there, but to do it in Dallas, I thought, with a Game 4 series-clinching win, was pretty impressive. I know, Steve, you thought so as well.
Oh, no question. And then, of course, they followed that up by beating the Lakers and then San Antonio before finally losing to Miami in the finals. So you look at that murderer's row of opponents that they had to face in the playoffs, and to win 3 series, pretty remarkable.
Sefolosha kicks to Durant. Parker with the steal. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Parker's running. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Boy, that happened fast. Just the immediate bucket off the steal.
Well, one of the things they have is the ability to score quickly after a turnover.
Here's Durant. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And Kevin Durant, a deadly offensive weapon. And he's only getting better. Last season, a career high in field goal percentage, just a hair under 50%.
Open look. And Duncan with the basket on the assist by Diaw.
And he knows how to finish when he gets that close to the hoop.
And Westbrook, here we go. With the lead pass. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Ammonia-strong finish right there, partner. You hear me? That was ammonia-strong.
Yeah, ripped it down with 2 hands.
That's about as high percentage as you can get.
San Antonio trailing here. You know, Steve, you mentioned that field goal percentage for Kevin Durant. You know, Clark, what do you think the difference has been for him?
Well, for one thing, he's getting more and more shots closer to the basket. He's being a little more judicious with the three-point attempts. And as he gets stronger with age and added weight, I think he's going to play closer to the rim.
You know, the Spurs have always been built around Tim Duncan. But the last few years, they've added more depth than they used to have early in the Duncan era. And so Greg Popovich is playing 9 or 10 guys. They're very deep. They play together. Excellent passing team. And they've become much more up-tempo than they ever were early in that era.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Leonard with the steal. And now the fast break, Ginobili with the ball. Leonard, no luck.
Boy, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Ibaka backs down. Gathers, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And with the team getting older, you really need to have more depth, and the Spurs have certainly added that.
Young or old, every team needs depth, but the Spurs have added the right kind of depth. The players that fit into what they do well, and it's a big part.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
Yeah, a breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
Duncan, the pass to Ginobili. That one goes. Count. Ginobili's got his first points of the night.
You know, Kevin, that's just him doing his thing. I mean, that's who he is, launching himself at the basket. I mean, he thrust himself at the basket. He's an angry driver and attacker of the rim. How about that now? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
And glide. And glide. You got to glide in and reverse it home. So sweet.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs in their last game, a loss to New Orleans.
And Kevin, when you don't take advantage of your trips to the free throw line, which they definitely did not, it's tough to recover from.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, they left a lot of cheese and lettuce at that foul line, partner.
Not to mention some ham and turkey, Clark.
Here's Durant. It's blocked by Duncan. And a fast break now for the Spurs. Stolen by Durant. Right side Durant. Dishes it to Perkins. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant.
I'm sure they'd like to get more shots like that one.
Spurs trail by 5. Parker with it. 17 points for him last game against the Hornets in New Orleans. Ginobili outside. Lets the three fly, and the shot is good. Ginobili's got 5 now.
Both sides really coming out of the gate firing here.
Guys, they look like they were raring to go in this one. A lot of offense early on.
Durant kicks to Perkins. Over Diaw. The 10-footer finds the target. Perkins got his second basket of the night.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Well, Thunder head coach Scott Brooks had some pretty good days in his NBA career.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time. Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
Parker kicks to Duncan. He's against Perkins. Fades back. Duncan with another miss.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lanes.
And then Durant with the jam.
No surprise there. He's getting most of his points working inside.
1:46 left in the first quarter. Westbrook against Parker. Duncan with a screen on Westbrook. Duncan up on top. 14 points from him the last game against New Orleans. Here's Ginobili. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Ginobili's got 7.
That's what a good solid screen will do for you. Get you a good look at the hoop.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
Well, one thing that you can't say is that the Thunder's rise to the top caught anyone by surprise. In the annual GM survey before the season started, more than 2/3 of the general managers in the league picked Oklahoma City to win the West.
James Harden. He's checked in for Thabo Sefolosha. Westbrook again, Oklahoma City. Spurs trail by 8. Parker dishes to Ginobili. Duncan. Back to Ginobili. He kicks it to Parker. Spurs passing it around. Shot clock at 6. Duncan kicks to Parker. From deep. The shot no good. Westbrook with the nice D there. And you look at the roster they have, and Steve, you kind of alluded to it around the league. They were garnering great success. The stars like Westbrook and Durant, so much youth. It's no wonder all those GMs, Clark, that Steve was just talking about, picked Oklahoma City.
And the scary thing is that they'll keep getting picked over and over again. I mean, they have a lot of depth and a lot of skill, and I just see them getting better and better each season. This has been a strong statement by them, the way they've come out and attacked.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Yeah, things could not be going much better for them so far, particularly offensively.
I'll say, I mean, you don't see too many first quarter leads this big.
Ginobili against Harden. Now the pass to Leonard. There's the dish to Parker. Parker with another miss. And here comes Westbrook. From the wing. And no good trying to get that one. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. It's the Thunder leading by 10. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports.
The new season in the NBA rolls on. Carmelo Anthony and the New York Knicks go up against the Philadelphia 76ers next Monday, 7 o'clock Eastern.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Pretty much smooth sailing offensively. They were in a rhythm right from the beginning.
Steve, they've simply made it look easy.
Spurs trail by 10. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for San Antonio. Tony Parker at the 1 and Danny Green at the 2. Duncan out there with Boris Diaw. And it's Jackson in at the 3 side. Parker. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Parker's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Spurs.
Well, you know, Tony Parker, ever since he entered the league as a young 19-year-old, has been one of the real speed merchants. I mean, and now in his 30s, you wonder how much longer he'll have those wheels, but so far, no slowing him down to this point.
The Spurs shooting reasonably well, 45%. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, guys. Brazilian big man Thiago Splitter had an impressive second season. Per 40 minutes, averaging about 20 points, 11 boards. If he keeps that up, he could be a household name. But he says the pronunciation of his first name is closer to Thiago, not Tiago. And he added with a smile, Tony Parker is the only one who gets it right. He's the only linguist on the team, Kevin.
Nice stuff, Doris. Thank you.
Well, I guess being French, he knows how to smooth those consonants out.
DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for the Spurs. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And penetration, really the foundation of Tony Parker's offensive game. A lot of blow-bys in there, Steve. He has a great knack for finding room and making it work once he gets in the lane.
Yeah, unbelievably fast, and he's got that floating leaner that's so difficult to block in the paint. So to me, that's the key to his offensive game. He can get past you, then he can score in a variety of ways in the paint.
A humongous lead for him here. I mean, they've really done a good job of controlling the flow of the game.
Yeah, and I think it's the rebounding they have to thank for that, Clark, because it's really set the tone in this contest.
Ginobili left side. Blair the screen. 5 on the clock. It's Ginobili with the drive. Over Durant. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
Bunny shot. Jump shot is good that time. Durant's got 16.
Well, he's smart. He's getting good shots, and he's knocking them down.
Parker passes to Ginobili. Over Harden. Ginobili can't hit.
Well, with that much space off the pick, you've got to drop that in.
Yeah, you got to make that one. I mean, that's a high-quality shot you should make 9 out of 10 times.
No real surprise at how well San Antonio played at home last season. Greg Popovich has always made it a priority to control your home floor. He made that offensive rebound count. Nice job collecting the second chance points.
The Thunder leading by 11. He dishes it to Perkins. Duncan with the block. Now here's Parker. Takes it right up. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. Parker's got his second bucket of the night. And that record for the Spurs at home, Steve, 28-5 in the season, good for the best park in the West.
That's why they were able to win the West with their strong play at home. Actually, they were tied for the best home mark overall with Miami.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Diaw comes in for DeJuan Blair. And Kawhi Leonard subbed in for Steven Jackson.
Well, you figure any point guard coming up under the guidance of Greg Popovich is going to be a leader on the floor. And that's what's happened with Tony Parker. He was always a great athlete, but he's become, I think, one of the best floor generals at the point guard position in the entire league.
I agree with that, but one thing that's not changed for him is his ability to finish at the rim. Snaking his body around other folks, finishing oversized. He's got a terrific gift for scoring in the paint.
Kendrick Perkins, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Westbrook comes in for Eric Maynard. Parker dishes to Leonard. Duncan right side. Here's Ginobili. Nice second effort. Good job staying with it. Ginobili's got 4 this quarter.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
The Thunder leading by 8. Here's Durant, and that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game. Here's Parker. He's got 5. And Diaw kicks to Parker, and the shot is good. Parker's got 7 points in the game.
Offensively, just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
And he was up over the 80% mark from the free throw line last year. I'm sure he was pretty happy with those numbers.
Free throw no good for Parker.
You know, it came down to the end of the season between the Thunder and the Spurs last year for that #1 seed out west. And the Spurs were able to get it just by a nose, but the Thunder kept pace with them in the conference.
Rejected by Ibaka, and he's able to get it back. Here's Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. And 11 points for Duncan.
No question about it, guys. He's been one of their best performers today.
Harden kicks to Westbrook. Kicks it to Durant. Pass to Ibaka. The kick out to Westbrook. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 4 on the clock. Harden with it. Picked up by Ginobili. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Kevin Durant, #1. And, of course, Russell Westbrook.
Well, these two guys both were phenomenal last year, and either one would be a guy you want to make sure he gets the ball, especially late in a game that you want to win.
Parker passes to Leonard. Ginobili outside for the three. That's good. Now it's just a 3-point Thunder lead, and a big part, Clark, of why they were able to keep pace was their play against other teams in the Western Conference. They just waltzed right through them, Steve, and it was, for them, a pretty easy venture.
Yeah, pretty remarkable. They would finish with a 34-14 record against other teams in the West, and that put them right behind the Spurs, and that's why those two teams were the top seeds going into the postseason.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
The thing that I like about Russell Westbrook is that he steadily improves each year. He's so devastating as a penetrator and a finisher in transition. And his jump shot is getting better, too. He's not elite, but it's gotten to the point where he can hit it consistently. And that's why he's such an amazing scorer.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Parker dishes to Leonard. Diaw, the screen. Leonard kicks to Diaw. Feeds it to Ginobili. Duncan, covered by Perkins. Leonard, the pass to Duncan. And it's rejected. Durant against Leonard. Durant dishes to Perkins. He passes to Ibaka. And that one's good. And the Thunder lead by 7. And when you see Westbrook pull up into that jumper, he gets wide open.
Well, you know the reason why. Defenders have to play him for the drive, so they're 2 steps off of him usually. So anytime he drives or attempts to drive, he can pull up and get space for that jumper pretty much when he wants to.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Guys, as you know, this Oklahoma City Thunder team made it all the way to the finals last year. A great achievement for a team so young. And, of course, they still have plenty of room to grow. One big area is improving their passing. Last season, they were dead last in the league in assists. A lot of one-on-one basketball making up their offense. Forward Nick Collison said, "What's going to make us an elite team is being able to play together and share the basketball. I think the higher we go in that statistic will be good for us, being able to get more wins in a tough playoff series when the defense is really good. You have to be able to move the ball, and that's what we have to focus on." Kevin, they're trying to make a move in that direction.
Doris, we saw that in San Antonio in that series. It almost seemed like they started to incorporate some of the Spurs' great passing into their offense. Just getting better. Here's Jackson, and that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
A look back to last season and the numbers for Russell Westbrook. 5th in scoring, 8th in steals, and he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And, Steve, he was definitely one of the most reliable, efficient scorers in the NBA. I mean, his top 5 ranking put him right there in the ranks of the elite scorers.
And the basket good.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Here's Duncan. Right through the D for the layup. Duncan's got 15 points.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
Kicks it out to Harden. Here's the 3. Rebounded by the Spurs. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in Utah are hoping for a win. That's a big game.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Shoots from the block. Gets it to go. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
Just adds to what has already been a great day for him.
Tawan Blair. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. Ginobili comes in for Steven Jackson. The Thunder shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Well, as an 81% free throw shooting team last season, you can't find much fault with what they were doing from the line.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Here's Parker. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Well, that's his shot. He is really proficient from that mid-range.
Now here's Perkins. Durant for three. Good. Durant's got 24 points. Parker. Shot. No good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Thunder lead by 7. And we'll have the start of the second half when we come back after the break. But right now, let's go over to Damon Bruce with the Sprint Halftime Show.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime report for this Thursday night. Oklahoma City up on top against the Spurs at AT&T Center. The season just getting started. They're looking to get on the winning side of 500. We've seen Kevin Durant producing at a high level against the Spurs D. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And on the other side, San Antonio just keeps scrapping. They're crashing the offensive glass with reckless intensity, tremendous hustle. A jaw-dropping performance from Tim Duncan. 15 points, and on the defensive side of the floor, he's definitely been contributing with some focused defensive work. And now, let's look at the game scheduled for later. The Nets out in Brooklyn will go up against the Knicks. Tip-off is at 7 Eastern. Thanks for being with us. Let's get back to San Antonio as the third quarter is about to get underway.
The second half just about to get going here.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 24 points and 1 steal. He deserves praise for every part of his performance so far. You look at both ends of the floor, he's been stellar.
Well, that's the truth. He has been strong in all aspects today. You know, sometimes teams don't age gracefully, and when your stars start to age, all of a sudden the team goes south. But the Spurs have managed to maintain a very high level of play, even with Ginobili and Duncan getting older.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. The front line, Kevin Durant, Serge Ibaka, and Kendrick Perkins. The backcourt comprised of Russell Westbrook and Thabo Sefolosha. And Ginobili slams it home.
You know, if he's got the ball in his hands and the basket in his sight, he's going straight to the rack.
And that last replay, courtesy of Sprite. The Spurs have gotten older, as you've said, Steve, but, you know, they've made the most of it. And I think, Clark, that adds to just how smart they are. They're high basketball IQ.
Without question, Kevin. And the big thing you see with them getting older is that the top guys get rested more. They're not playing as many minutes. And that you saw quite a bit of that towards the end of last year.
Parker kicks to Ginobili. Back to Parker. Manu Ginobili on the wing. Over Sefolosha. They get it again. And he drops it in following the offensive rebound. And that's 17 points for Duncan. The Thunder leading by 4.
Well, we all know about Tim Duncan's abilities as a player. You know, the post-scoring, the passing, the defensive abilities. But I think one of his best traits has been the quiet leadership that he has provided for this Spurs team over the years.
Leonard, no luck.
Well, I think he shouldn't have forced that one. Instead, he should have passed it off.
Durant with it. He's picked up by Parker. And it's Durant missing.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Steve, going back to Duncan, you're talking about him and that leadership and what it's meant for that franchise, for that Spurs team. Clark, such a big part of their success.
Well, he plays the game unselfishly. He is a terrific star, a Hall of Fame player who doesn't see himself in that light. He produces, he leads his team, he's coachable, and he's come up big in big moments. He's done everything you could ask of a franchise player.
And he makes the first.
Well, with such a young core and showing that they can be a team that can hold their own in the tough Western Conference, it's possible we could be looking at a decade-long run here with the Thunder, where they win multiple conference championships and maybe NBA titles as well.
See, that's a good thought. You certainly have to think so, the way they are dominating their division and the rest of the West the past few years. Clark, what a solid young core they have to go with.
Yeah, they're fantastic, Kevin. Such a young team. They've been knocking on the door for a championship the last couple of years, and they should be a contender as long as they can keep this core together and stay healthy.
Diaw, defended by Ibaka. Diaw, the pass to Parker. Shot's good. Parker's got 6 in the quarter.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls, Steve. And it's a good way to play. How about that elevation? Man, some major hops and vertical there.
That's your point guard right there, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable, aren't they? Some of the best athletes in the world playing that position.
Amazing. These guys able to create and dominate.
Duncan. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 19 points for Duncan.
Boy, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see. You know, a good way to get to the top of the Western Conference is to have the most wins when playing other Western teams. The Spurs did that with a great mark on the year. Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. First in blocks, first in free throw percentage, and they were ranked 3rd in team scoring. This team knows how to score the ball, entertaining at the offensive end.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks. Because number 1 in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth, and the overall team defense, the rotations was really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
We always hear about how tough and brutal the West can be, Steve, but the Spurs made it look so easy with how they handled their conference schemes.
That was really shocking, Kevin. I mean, everyone knew the Spurs would be good, but not that good. They went 35-13 against other Western teams. And that winning percentage interconference is really what allowed them to get that number 1 seed going into the playoffs.
Eric Maynor, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Ginobili outside for the tie, and it's good on the assist by Parker. 19 points for Ginobili.
Well, it's been a long battle, but they have finally gotten the game even again.
Yeah, you wonder, though, I mean, battling back like that sometimes can give you a mental edge, but other times maybe you've used too much energy to get all the way back, so we'll see.
Now, here's Diaz, defended by Ibaka. With his first shot attempt, rebounded by Cephalosha. Thunder have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. Here's Durant, and he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion, so he'll head to the free throw line.
Well, Thabo Cephalosha out of Switzerland, really a defensive stopper and a three-point shooter. But last season was a tough one for him. A torn tendon in his foot caused him to miss a good chunk of the year. He did come back in mid-March, but that was a tough thing to go through for him.
Juwan Blair, he's checked in for Boris Diaw. And then for Oklahoma City, Collison comes in for Kendrick Perkins. And it's Harden in for Serge Ibaka. Leonard dishes to Parker. Blair, the screen. And Parker, here we go, shoots over Maynard. And that one's good. Parker's got 19 points. And Steve, you mentioned Cephalosha is a three-point shooter. It really wasn't until last season that he started hitting that shot with any kind of regularity.
Yeah, and a big leap for him out there. He went from shooting 27% from long range to almost 44%. He can continue that. The Thunder will be a lot tougher to handle.
Here's Parker. Another one falls for San Antonio.
My goodness, it seems like he's got every point this quarter. Just an amazing job helping to cut into this lead.
Durant attacking.
Wow. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow.
I tell you what, you need to archive that one for the highlight tape.
Oh, yeah, that is a keeper. You're correct.
Man, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And those plays will give your team a huge boost.
Right side, Durant. The feed to Cephalosha. To the inside. Changes up. In deep. Collison drops it in. Now it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
Oh, he got him. Gorgeous reverse. Well, what can we say about Greg Popovich, guys? 16 years as an NBA head coach, all with the Spurs. He's the longest tenured of any current coach in any of the 4 major sports in North America and has had sustained success throughout that run. Absolutely remarkable stuff.
Stolen by Harden. Leads him in there. Takes it up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And when you talk about the long tenure of Greg Popovich, going back to Clark's comment, you know, he's had so much success during that time. Look at the numbers: 5th all-time in winning percentage, 3rd all-time in playoff victories, and of course, the 4 NBA championships.
A different look now for San Antonio. Boris Diaz checked in for Blair. And it's Green in for Kawhi Leonard. Then for the Thunder, Kendrick Perkins. He's checked in for Collison. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Eric Maynard. Duncan kicks to Parker. Passes it to Ginobili. Over Harden. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Thunder leading by 9. Durant for 3. That is good. Durant's got 13 points in the second half.
You know, no matter what you do with Durant defensively, nothing bothers him. You try to be physical with him. You know, that's probably your best bet. But that's easier said than done because he can get around you with that speed and quickness. But really what he's looking to do is create space and shoot over the top.
And you've just highlighted a lot of what he has from a skills standpoint, but it's his demeanor, that unflappable nature, that always in attack mode. He's got the quick release. He's got the size to shoot over most any defender. And he can go for buckets in a hurry. He's streaky, but he's efficient as well as effective for long stretches. He's special.
Parker outside. 6 to shoot. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Number 1, the Spurs.
Their long-range shooting last year was nothing short of spectacular. I mean, they were absolutely unconscious from the three-point line.
And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 19-7 run. The 3 from Harden. No good. And the Spurs going the other way now. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Not time to panic yet, guys.
Steve?
Well, it will be soon if they don't cut into this lead quickly.
Ginobili rejected by Westbrook. With the shot. The Thunder with another miss. And here is Green. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Ginobili. Green. He's covered by Westbrook. Inside. Here's Parker. Misses it from 7 feet out. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Thunder out in front, up by 12. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break.
Next Monday night, Danny Granger and the Indiana Pacers go up against Tim Duncan and the San Antonio Spurs. Do not miss it.
So as we get rolling here in the fourth quarter, let's go to our sideline reporter Doris Burke for our Sprite Uncontainable game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Thunder that garners the uncontainable game today. They keep adding points to their lead and have shown no hints of slowing down. This is the kind of game that really opens some eyes around the league.
All right, Doris, thanks. And the run Doris mentioned, guys, that was really a huge game changer here.
No question, Kevin. Probably the pivotal moment in the game so far, and I thought that really set the tone.
You know, one of the things that was interesting to me is you could see the body language of both teams change at that point. Obviously in different directions. Confident and assured on one side and a bit of chin in your chest on the other side.
So with Ginobili sitting on the bench, here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Green and Leonard out on the perimeter. Splitter is out there with Blair. And it's Mills in at the point guard position. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Eric Maynard. Offensive rebound. Ibaka, the pass to Collison. Gets it to go. Spurs trail by 11. And Mills gets to Green. Splitter. He feeds it to Mills. Blair, a screen on Jackson. Leonard Covered by Cephalosha. Just 5 to shoot. Leonard, no luck.
He may want to start spreading the ball around a little bit. His shot is off right now.
Outside Jackson. Powers down the dunk.
And check out your point guard showing you major bounce above the rim.
How about this? The smaller the player, the bigger the highlight.
I love that.
And that was a highlight. Terrific finish.
And Mills kicks to Splitter. Over Ibaka. Splitter misses. The Thunder leading by 13. The three is launched. Gets it to go.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, and that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
And Leonard gets it to go.
They can't seem to stop anybody inside.
They got to know that if they don't make life tougher in the paint, the opponent is just going to keep going there. I mean, it's not like they'll get tired of all these in-close opportunities.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Here's Mills. Again, the Spurs good for 2. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Well, it is nice to be back to a full-length season. Last season's condensed schedule was certainly a physical challenge for the players and everybody else. I mean, some felt that some of the injuries we saw were a result of that physical toll.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. He wanted his guys to keep up the intensity, saying, if any of you think this game is over, you're wrong. We've got work to do. I don't want to see any letdown on the defensive end of the floor. Guys, let's watch how it plays out.
Thank you, Doris. A shot's good from Westbrook. And Steve, when you look back at last season, do you think the more compact schedule may have led to more injuries?
I think so, Kevin, and I'm not sure there's any way to prove that scientifically, but it just does make sense that the players would be more vulnerable to injury when they have less recovery time. I mean, there's plenty of data about that, you know, recovery time, conditioning, rest, training in between games is of huge importance.
Here's Harden on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. Harden dishes to Perkins. Great D that time from Duncan. Spurs trail by 14. Here's Parker. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Perkins got 6 rebounds now in the game. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Shot on the wing. And Russell Westbrook again. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
Leonard, the pass to Dion. Parker. That is good.
Well, for one, he hasn't let them down. I mean, but a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
From deep, Harden. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Parker kicks to Dion. Thunder with the rebound. Harden outside. Dishes to Cephalosha. The 3. Rebound by Tony Parker. Parker's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Diaw, the screen. And Parker, here we go. Puts it up from 17. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 8 now on the night. Here's Westbrook. Jumps up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
When you think about converted point guards, Russell Westbrook comes to mind for me anyway. He played the 2 at UCLA alongside Darren Collison. But he's been able to figure out the point guard spot in the NBA, and Oklahoma City really wants him to score anyway. So he's kind of a hybrid point guard.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And Russell Westbrook has had his critics playing alongside Kevin Durant, and some have said that Westbrook took too many shots. Clark, what do you think?
Well, that's nitpicking. I don't want to dwell on where Russell Westbrook is with his development because he's a fantastic player. He's young, and he does need to grow. Most guys do. but what he brings is a guy who can score the ball at a high rate, and he needs to take a number of shots. That's what he is. He's a scoring point guard right now. So the criticism about him taking too many shots, I think that's misguided.
Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top, but instead he'll shoot free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Strong move there to go in for the dunk.
That's a smart foul there to prevent him from the finish.
Yet to miss a free throw here in the second half, guys.
And you love that efficiency from the foul line, Steve. Really can help you maintain a lead and win a game.
Both free throws good from Westbrook. Spurs trail by 14. San Antonio calls timeout. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
Parker against Westbrook. He kicks it to Duncan. He's against Perkins. Baseline Jay on the way. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
Gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do it. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Count it from 12. Durant's got 39.
And you gotta love what he's been able to do with the ball in his hands in this game.
Parker outside. Duncan over Perkins. And Duncan gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Parker's got 9 assists now tonight.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
Westbrook trying to...
What a huge play.
Always some entertainment value when you go with the windmill jam.
Yeah, rim shaker and Steve a wrist breaker.
Outrageous, man.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. Parker up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Nice quick spin move there to get in close. And now it's 27 points for Parker. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. The pass to Perkins. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Outside Durant. Over Leonard. The rebound by the Spurs. Ginobili's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Shoots from the high post. And the Spurs scoring again. 1:15 left in the 4th. It's Westbrook with the drive. Puts up the baby hook. Good. Westbrook's got 12 now in this quarter.
Boy, they just cannot figure out a way to stop this guy this quarter, Kevin.
Parker dishes to Duncan. Back to Parker. Over Westbrook. Parker's shot is off. Oklahoma City's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Outside Durant. The kick out to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Stolen by Ginobili. The dish to Leonard.
Oh, how about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow. Man, oh man, finishing with flavor.
Yeah, he put something extra on that one. You're right.
And the bench going wild, guys. They love it. What an amazing dunk.
Here's Westbrook. Finds the open look, and it's on target. Westbrook's got 35 in the game.
And they're closing this game out in style. I mean, I like what they're doing here, competing till the very end.
That's certainly what it looks like. I mean, there's no let-up in them so far.
Here's Duncan. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Spurs, Tim Duncan. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Both teams deciding to change it up. He hits the second from the line. Now Maynard. Collison kicks to Cook. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.